Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a tea leaf reading, and this is going to be you and them. So this is going to be all about your life as well as your person that you may be meeting in the future. So this is going to be mainly aimed at singles, but there may be a message in here for you as well, because this is going to be a general reading as well as love. I'm basically going to be kind of predicting the when and where of how you're going to meet this person, but also I wanted to see kind of the contrast between your life and their life and how you're going to kind of come together. So we have 3 tea leaf readings today. So we have group number 1 with the blue lace agate, group 2 with the lepidolite, and group number 3 with the Kababa jasper. So please choose your group, whichever one you are drawn to the most. And as usual, all my rates are down below. I haven't got my crystal shop available at this moment, but as soon as I get my crystal shop back up, I will be letting you guys know what's going on. But if you guys would like to purchase a reading with me, I also do live streams on my Instagram and on YouTube as well, so don't forget to subscribe as well. And if you would like to, please comment and like the video if this resonates, and let's get started. So we're going to start with group number 1 with the blue lace agate. So let's see what's going on with your love life, and let's see what's going on for you guys in the future. Let's go. Start with group number 1 with the blue lace agate. Hello, group number 1. Let's get started with your reading. So this one I'm the most excited for, because as soon as I saw this teacup, I was so excited. I actually found this in a charity shop and I was like, wow. The plate and the cup and like the gold rim, I was like, yes, we need to do a reading with this one. So I just want to give you a little cup tour, because this is just so pretty and sweet. It's very English, very kind of English, I would say. I don't know actually what kind of age this kind of design is, but it's really, really pretty. And the plate is so cute. It's like Alice in Wonderland, and it's really, really lovely. So there's obviously a reason you guys particularly chose this group. This one is a very delicate reading. I feel like it's interesting because as I was sipping on the tea, I felt like a massive chaotic energy, but I felt like you guys are very calm people, but you're kind of going through a lot of chaos. That's basically what I felt. It was like, you're the most calmest person I know. That's what I'm hearing, like you saying to yourself. And it feels like there's just chaos like wrapped around you in your life at the moment, and it feels like it's like you just have absolutely no control over it. So this is definitely going to be an interesting reading. So we're going to be looking into your love life. I'm not sure how we're going to do this today. We're just going to go intuitively. But you guys chose the blue lace agate. This is a really good crystal for your throat chakra. So any of you guys who are having troubles with the throat chakra, and it also helps create peace of mind, which is really good. Okay, so I'm just going to have a little read of this one. So it says, calming and nurturing. This stone dissolves anger, resentment and frustration, and heals emotional trauma that underlies an inability to accept love. Blue lace agate helps men accept their sensitive, feeling nature. Directing vibrations appropriately, this crystal enhances sound healing. Oh, I actually didn't see that. That's quite cool. So what I feel for you guys is, I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of just learning to basically just get in touch with your emotions a bit more. I feel like you guys have really been in your head, and it's really causing you a lot of stress. So I think in the next probably about 3 months, I do feel like it's going to get better. I feel like it's going to ease off. I mean, there's a lot of chaos going on in general in the world, just because of everything is just boiling point. So that's not going to help. So just give yourself a break. Like, you aren't fully in charge of everything. You just be in your own lane. You just focus on what you can do, and if you can't do any more, then that's fine. I think just giving yourself a break and like making sure that you're looking after yourself, that is enough. Like, I just want to tell you guys that, because sometimes we don't realize that, and I need to realize that too. For some of you guys, you might also be stressing about your age, especially when it comes to love. You might be thinking, oh, I'm like over 40, I'm 50, you know. By the way, you can manifest a partner like at any age. It's not a particular age that you have to manifest somebody. It just feels like a lot more stress, because maybe you want a child, maybe you want to have a longer life with this person. I really understand that. I mean, I'm only recording this video 26, so I am quite young, but I do understand, like, society's very stressful. So I will say that you just got to be in your own lane. I'm going to keep saying that through the reading because that's what's really coming up. This sense of just keep coming back to your life and what it is that you want to create. And if you don't know what it is, or you don't know how to create it, it will come about. It's a timing thing for you guys, especially when it comes to a partner. A lot of you guys are really stressed out about when you're going to meet someone. It really feels like you are pretty much in a ditch. Like, that's what I'm feeling. I just saw a girl like kind of walking, I don't know, through like a park, or it felt like more like a woods because the ground was dirt, and then she just fell into this ditch, and she's like, okay, I'm just going to sit here for a while. That's kind of how you're feeling. I understand, I really do, because I haven't uploaded for a while. You can kind of tell where I am in my life right now. Most of the time if I'm not uploading, it's because I'm going for a lot, basically. Okay, so I'm going to leave the little crystal there. This is beautiful, it matches my nails as well. So let's have a look at this cheeky guy. I'm going to pull some cards, but we're going to check out the tea leaves first. I normally do cards first and then tea leaves, but I do want to just have a look at the tea leaves, and we'll have a little tour of the leaves. Okay, so some of you guys, you may end up having twins or triplets. Twins or triplets will be they're saying like prominent. I was going to say dominant, but that's not the right word. Prominent in your life. This will be evident through friendships. So you might have a friend who's a twin and they're like your best friend. It could be, this is going to be your children, especially, they're saying especially if it runs in your family. Like, normally twins, I've heard, miss a generation. So if your granddad or grandma, nana, you know, whoever was a twin, I can pretty much guarantee you that you may end up having a twin, and then they will probably look alike. A lot of twins don't, but these, I see like two blonde children and they look exactly the same, so that's what I see. I'm also there's a lot of like pregnancy stuff, so I'm sorry if you guys can't or don't want to have children, but there's just a focus here, so I'm just going to say whatever comes about. I see like in my mind, I feel there's like a child waiting to come in. So if you guys are wanting a child, then I do feel that for you, whether biological or not. But I do feel like you are definitely working on your inner child as well, because it's almost, they're saying basically if you want to have children, possibly, if that's in the cards for you, I'm not a doctor, but if it's in the cards for you, then I feel as if you're working on your inner child first. So you're able to invite a child more easily into your life without like forcing it or struggling, basically not even creating the child. It's more about actually having this child in your life, or even being around children. Maybe you struggle to really be in your inner child. Maybe you struggle to play and have fun and have joy. So that's something that you are going to be working on right now. And I do feel, and my legs are tingling, so that's really good. This child this could also be a friend, so I'm not entirely sure, but whoever this person is that's going to be in your life, whether biological or not, they're going to have a really strong connection with you, and they're going to be part of your tribe. So if it's not your child, could be also, but if it's not your child, it could be a friend, and I am picking up either a Scorpio, Libra, or a Gemini. Okay, so a lot of twins tend to be Geminis, and Gemini rules the twin, and I love that. We love a synchronization. I love that. It's very satisfying for me when I see twins who are Geminis. Okay, oh, that was a big message. All right, so I feel like a lot of you guys want to be on an island. Travel will definitely be in your future. I'd say no less than even 5 months you could be traveling. In terms of a partner, you're literally going to meet your partner. I feel like after a transition, I'm seeing like a semicircle doing like this, almost like window wipers, and I'm seeing time, and it's like tick 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 like that. So it's almost like you're over here and your partner's all the way over here. So what I see is you've got to go through a few stages before you meet your person. But if you've already gone through a lot and you're like, Vicky, I don't think I can endure anymore, then I do feel as if it could be that you need to literally move your body to somewhere else. So it could be you're traveling, you visit someone in another country, and then you meet your person that way. It feels like travel will be pretty important. I'm not going to recommend long distance relationships. I will never recommend them because they are just not good. And not healthy and not comfortable. And for a lot of you guys, I mean, you can have a long distance relationship, but if I'm honest, if you want to have a strong commitment to somebody, you really got to be comfortable being in that person's energy all the time. Like, you got to know what it's like to be with them, because how are you going to cultivate that connection if they're all the way in a different country? You can't. You literally cannot. Okay, so what I see is you're going to get so many synchronizations when you meet your person. You will be when you're really close to meeting them, like, I don't know, a few weeks before, you're going to see the color orange a lot for the sacral, and you're going to see number 3. Like, I'm seeing a watch and they're flicking it, like, you know the time dial in Harry Potter where she flicks it and she spins it? There's something like time will be going pretty quickly, or it's like there'll be, I don't know, something turning. I don't know what this is. It's going to be really random for everyone. Your person may have children if you are of that age to be around, you know, have a child at a comfortable age for you. I mean, if they're going to have a child, I would say you're probably no earlier than in your 30s. For you, I think that's probably the most comfortable thing for you to do. I don't see you guys having children in your 20s unless you've already had children, because honestly, I just don't think that would be comfortable for you. I think you guys are very sensitive, and it's more better for you to have children later on. And I'm sorry, I'm talking about children so much in this reading. I try to avoid talking about it too much because it is a very sensitive subject, but for some reason that's coming out. So there we go. Okay. So let's have a little looky and see what we have in here. Some of you guys are scared you're going to have really bad neighbours. So I don't know if you guys have had experience with bad neighbours in your neighbourhood, but if you want to move, I can guarantee you there's probably going to be some really nice ones. If you put the intention out there, like I think you don't really have to put a lot of effort in for the intention, but I do feel there's going to be some really nice people around you. I'm picking up on Hawaii for this group as well. There's like a tropical nature to this group, lots of island life, which is lovely. I'm seeing a man with a moustache or a beard, so if you're wanting a man, that's for you. I'm seeing a dragon, and I'm also seeing a man like jumping for joy, which is really sweet. So whoever your person's going to be is going to be really supportive if it's a guy. If it's a woman, I see a long-haired blonde lady in a white dress. So she looks to me like she's from Europe somewhere. So could be Norway, Amsterdam, something like that. If it's a male, I'm feeling more in the hot country, hot regions. They don't actually have to be from there. Their parents could be from there, but they definitely have connections. Like, they look like they're from there. Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, they're just saying be more, you're learning to be more gentle with yourself, because you are very, very hard on yourself. You're learning to be more, just more comfortable with expressing that feminine nature, especially for my women. Giving yourself permission to be a woman, basically, to wear dresses, to, you know, if that's something you like, it just, whatever makes you feel more feminine. It can be anything, but what I feel is just typical stuff like wearing dresses and taking life a bit more slower, like organizing stuff so you don't have to stress out. It's really just being a bit more kind of organized in that region. Okay, we're gonna have a look at the tea leaves a little bit more, but I do want to pull some cards for you guys. So let's see about you, and then we'll have a look at your person. So let's have a look and see. I think you guys are could be pretty close to meeting somebody. If it's not a partner yet, it's going to be somebody really significant, like a friend or something like that. But there's definitely some new relationships on their way. Okay, so we've got the King of Swords. I might move this blue lace agate out of the way now. I need some more space. Okay. So let's have a look at your side. Upright or reverse? Upright. Reverse. Okay. 10 of Swords. And then we have the 7 of Cups. Okay. Let's have a look at your person's side. Whoops. Ooh, so you guys are going through pretty much the same thing. Okay. Yep. One of you is going for a breakup. I'm pretty sure it's your person, because look at this. It's like going through grief and then boom. They're like going from, like, what's the word? They're going through grief and then they revive themselves basically and come out of it pretty quickly actually. And I'm hearing not that quickly because they've gone through a lot, so it seems like it's quite quick, but it ain't. Okay. Either of you could be the one to make the first move, if that's something that you'd like to do. But there's no like hurry or anything. It is quite an easy relationship. So let's see your side. Tell me about their life, leading up to this person. Nice. Okay. So you're going to be learning to kind of ask for help a little bit more, even if it's just something small. Even if it's just like a little bit of something, you will be asking a little bit more, and you will be healing a lot. This is just going to be confirmation that you are on the right path, and you're going to be making a decision pretty soon. Birth. Of course we have the card of birth. Why wouldn't we? Let's have a look at your person. Let's see about them. I'm seeing a ginger male as well. Lots of different people coming through. So the star signs I'm picking up are Virgo. Virgo was a massive one. Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, possibly Taurus. Not too sure on that one. All right, so your person is really learning to trust the process. They like to have full control over everything. That's just who they are. They are waiting for a new job. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm seeing, because you're waiting for possibly like moving house, something like that. But there's definitely a new job on the way here. Something about deciding about a new job. It's quite a prominent thing because they've been waiting for quite a long time. I see for this group, you could move to their hometown. I don't see this person moving anywhere. You're the one moving, and it will probably be somewhere in nature, like very, very naturey. Especially if you guys are in America, it's going to be a less polluted and populated area. It's not going to be super, super busy and really uncomfortable. Okay, I feel like I want to get a couple more cards about the connection and like how you're meeting, because I feel like we haven't got too much. Sorry guys, I can't like pull you out a little bit more. I want to try and give a bit more space, but I can't pull you out anymore. Right, tell me about this connection. Australia. Okay, so you guys could be from Australia. This person could be from Australia. Okay. So one of the other scenarios is they will message you on Instagram. Okay, so if you're from Instagram, if you're on Instagram, then they could also be on there. I actually feel if it's an Instagram situation, then it's probably going to be them messaging you, because you just don't expect it. Like you just like, oh, okay. You're not really interested when you first meet this person. You're like, meh, don't really care. There's so many countries. Oh my god. Okay, so we've got Australia, Africa, Asia, and Europe. Okay, well that's a lot. And then we got instant attraction and climax. So you are finding this person definitely, like I'm hearing, hella attractive. But you don't want to have a relationship straight away, which is normally quite a good thing actually, because it means you're not like attracting them through trauma. A lot of the time we attract through trauma because it's like we're basically attracting who we used to be around. So say if you're around someone who, I don't know, who's got black hair, who's one of your significant parents, you would tend to be looking for that person. So say if you and I had a dad who had, I don't know, blonde hair, you're going to be looking for a man who also has blonde hair. Like it's kind of ingrained in your head, because whoever that person, that main significant person was in your life, whether it be your mum or your dad or both, that's the sort of person you're going to be looking for. And if you do the healing work, then you tend to not look for that anymore. You tend to just be more concrete in understanding of who you're looking for, instead of just looking for a person who looks like your mum or your dad. And that's not really what we want. Because we tend to attract all the bad qualities and all the toxic qualities, and we just keep going round and round. So a lot of your healing at the moment is to just basically, you're learning how to get comfortable in your skin, to kind of like validate yourself over time. And I know it can get really boring, trust me. Healing is really, really, really boring. Like I can't even tell you how much healing I've done recently. It's just been like really boring, but it's necessary, because why the fuck would you want to attract somebody who makes you feel like shit, and then you're with them for so long and then you just feel like rubbish. Okay, so we have instant attraction and then we have climax. So there's definitely that you're going to be switched on by this person pretty quick. You're not going to be interested in it at first because one of you has major trust issues, but it will be very easy to get to know this person. You're very, very, very similar. Your interests are, yeah, pretty much the same. Your person to me looks like someone who's like a backpacker. They like to travel. Let me turn this up a little bit. They like to travel. They like to be outside a lot. They like to hike and go up mountains, things like that. That's just something they love, 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 love to do. Tell me more about this person. I think the latest you're going to meet this person, honestly, I'm sorry guys, but timing is so irrelevant for this group. It's more about the environment that you're in. But look out for 111. That's a big significant one for you. Ahaha. Taurus, hi. Okay, I didn't think it was going to be Taurus, but obviously Taurus is a big one. Let's see, what else? We have Venus. Yeah, it's a nice Taurus Venus. Taurus Venuses are so kind. Like, they're so gentle and so calming. Like, they're the ultimate soulmate if they are balanced, okay? I've met a few Taurus Venuses and they can be a bit cuckoo. They can be a bit obsessive as well because Taurus is a fixed sign. So if you've got a fixed sign Venus, people with this sign in their Venus tend to be a bit intense and a bit obsessive. So if you've met any like fixed sign Venuses, they're going to be pretty obsessed about something. So just be very aware of that. But if it's balanced, like, it can be so healthy. Like, it can be, I don't know, exercise or travel or art or something like that. Like, if they can channel it in the right way, oof, girl, it is nice. It's a nice quality, and I would not say no to that. Thank you very much. Amen. Ooh, Pisces. I was feeling Pisces actually. I'm surprised we haven't got Virgo. It's definitely an earthy energy to this group. Okay, so one thing I'm hearing is don't, this is so random, but they're saying don't stick your head in the washing machine. Like, don't deliberately put yourself in situations to create chaos. That can be something that's going to come up for you. Like, you might be bored with your partner and then you just kind of like want to create an argument. But I don't feel like this is going to happen like in the long run. I think you might try and trigger this person like subconsciously. I don't know why they're telling me this, but it's like, it's so specific. Like, you might be around this person and you just pick a fight with them, and because you're bored basically. One thing I do feel is the boredom will subside. I think the boredom is around you at the moment because you're just going through so much chaos, and when you don't, it feels really weird and really confusing, because we're used to be in survival mode, unfortunately. So let's get some more cards. Let's clear these and see what else we have. Your person's really yummy though. They've got a very tall nature about them. Like, even if they're a small person, they've got this really big energy that just makes people want to talk to them. Like, they're very, very attractive, very sexy. They've got lovely eyes. Their eyes are very kind of like turned up, I feel. Their eyes are like cat eyes. Okay. And if they wear makeup, their makeup like might be, I don't know, like the cat flick. I don't know, I don't do makeup that much anymore. I can't even remember what it's called. Cat eye. Okay. They do like the cat eye at the corner of the eye. For this group, one of the partner kind of selections I'm seeing a blonde woman and a black-haired male. So that could be for some of you guys, not for everyone. I'm also seeing a ginger male, so there's a lot of different scenarios here. Okay, so let's get you a couple more cards and we'll see about this person. Tell me about this relationship a little bit more. What's the connection like? What's the connection like? Lovely. It's going to be really healing. It's going to be very, very nice. I think you're going to be at ease with this person. You're going to realize, oh, this is what a relationship's supposed to be like. Not chaotic and messy and we want to rip each other's hair out. It's, you feel both very comfortable with each other. Oh, that's nice. So you're going to be in nature a lot. I'm pretty much guaranteed. This person, I'm seeing them like pulling you away from your hometown. So if you are naturally being drawn to move right now, it could be like they're literally pulling you in the spirit realm. Like, they're pulling you to their part of the world. So you might be thinking, I don't know why I want to live there, but I just do. So that's a good sign. Okay, and this person, sorry if I keep saying he, because it could be a woman as well. This person is also will draw you into nature. So if you are somebody who is wanting to move or will eventually move, I do feel like they're going to pull you into their kind of world, and they could be from a country that's very, very beautiful, like in nature, like Jamaica or Hawaii or the Caribbean, something like that. Like they could be from there, and they just like, you should meet my family, they're from like the Caribbean, and you're like, oh okay. Then you end up going on holiday to the Caribbean and you end up living there. Like it's something like that. There's a tendency to kind of get you out of your comfort zone, and I'm hearing you're more capable than you realize. Like even though it doesn't feel like it sometimes, you really are. Like you're very much capable than what you think you are. Like there's a lot more out of your comfort zone, and it's worth going towards it. Like you're not going to fail, it's not going to be uncomfortable, and the main thing is you're going to learn to communicate. Maybe a lot of your relationships you couldn't communicate. The communications can be really, really easy. This person's very easygoing. They're not the sort of person to create drama. They're very, very grounded, but they are a bit spicy. So they've got a temper on them, and they can be spicy as in like they've got that fire to them, but that's nice. Like that can add a bit of spice to the relationship, which is really nice. And they've got some really nice friends as well. A lot of their friends look like them. Same hair colour, same skin colour, like that sort of thing. They look pretty much the same. Could be even like they're close to their brothers as well, or sisters. They could have quite a large family. Okay, so this is the relationship. Okay, so we have dreams, we have commitment. I think this is the universe oracle, by the way, guys. If you're wondering what this is the universe oracle. We have patience, we have perspective, we have balance in the reverse, and we have ego. So the main thing you guys will be dreaming about a lot is relationships. You will have a lot of dreams about marriage. You might be at a wedding, you could be birthing a child. There's this sense of like birthing something new, and there's this sense of like giving yourself more patience because your perspective is drastically changing. You are not meant to be in the same area all the time. Like you're meant to change. So let your ego chill out and just talk to your ego and say, look, I know you're scared, but we got to change because we got to meet our mans, we got to meet our womans. And what I feel a lot of you guys are going to get into a career that is holistic based, or at least health based, and your person is going to be doing that along with you as well. Okay, so let's get one more card. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, lovely. So one thing you guys are going to be really good with is physical touch. This person is scared of physical touch. They're very nervous about it, but once they know that you're okay with it, it's going to be very, very easy. Your person's very delicate. I think you're the flirty one in the relationship. I don't think it's this person. I think you're like the light feminine energy, and I feel like you're going to overcome a lot of the stress that you've been going through. I feel like it's not going to be any less than like 6 months that you're going to overcome this. So whether your person's on the other side of that, I'm not too sure. But I really feel as if this reading is more of a confirmation that you're generally just on the right path. Your person's very mysterious. I'm not getting loads and loads of messages about your person, so I'm sorry if you want like loads of messages. But honestly, you guys are a bit of a mystery. And it might feel like that, but honestly there's a lot of moving and travel, so if you're going towards that, I don't see a problem here at all. So thank you so much for watching. If you would like to, please check my rates down below if you'd like a reading. Thank you so much for being patient with my uploads. I will speak to you very soon. Have a great day, look after yourselves, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Let's get started with your reading. Thank you so much for being here. So this is the first time I'm using this cup and I love it. The shape is gorgeous. I'm going to give you a little cup tour. So for you guys chose this one. This is beautiful. I love it. It's actually my nan's cup, and we are clearing out her house at the moment, and I needed this cup. I was like, this cup need. Let me give you a little backstory on the cup. But yeah, she's been very heavily used, and I love the design on this. So pretty. If any of you guys know what flower this is, let me know. So it says this is 1993, this one. So quite an old one. So that could be a significant year for you as well. All right, so hello group number 2. Let's have a look at your cup. And let's have a look at your crystal. So the crystal you guys chose is lepidolite. This is specifically really good for overcoming dependency. I am quite attached to this crystal at the moment. I don't normally resonate with this one, so it's quite interesting. This is a one of transformation, and your girl gets kind of sick of transformation because I'm a Scorpio. That's kind of what I do, and it's fucking boring sometimes to keep doing it. But yeah, so here we go. Facilitating change. This stone of transition assists in letting go of patterns of behaviour and emotional blocks that are holding you back. It is excellent for overcoming emotional and mental dependency, releasing from addictions, obsessions and self-harming. Lepidolite boosts your analytical abilities, aids decision making and encourages independence and achieving goals. Beautiful. It can also help with mood swings and obsessive thoughts. So this is really good to wear as a bracelet because it's very it's quite strong, and I think if you wear it as a bracelet it could be really handy. Handy. That was a really bad joke, but basically it's really good for overcoming dependency. So if a lot of you guys are kind of just being drawn away from relationships that aren't good for you, I do see that actually happening for this group. I feel like a lot of you guys are just pulling away from this, just all this narcissistic behavior. It feels like yucky. It's almost like when you clear out a house or clear out like when you clear out a house or you're clearing out your office from an old job, you have all this like dust that gathers and you have all these like things you didn't realize you had, and it just gets a bit messy and dirty. And then you kind of got to get the gloves out. That's kind of the situation I feel like you guys are going through right this moment, but it's going to change. I'm pretty sure you're going to be in a different place within about 2 months. I think you're going to be very, very, very happy that you made the choice to release these people. It could be a partner, could be an ex, could be a friend, a parent, it could be literally anyone, but whoever this person is or people, they are very, 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 very like narcissistic. They've got either subtle or obvious narcissistic tendencies, and there's a lot of drama that's caused unnecessarily and a lot of like poking. I'm seeing like an open wound on like a child's arm and the mum is just putting her finger in it. So there's obviously some parents here who've been kind of narcissistic, so that's definitely something that's affected you as a child. And I see that you're reaching for more connection, more just connection and collaboration and just gentleness, and I think that's what you're going to have. So what I see in terms of this group, one scenario is I see you meeting, and this is for those of you who are women, I see you meeting a friend who is a woman. So you are like, you're meeting another friend who's the same gender as you, so another woman. If you're a guy, you could be meeting another guy friend, okay? And then once you've met this friend, they will lead you to your person. It's literally like tag, you're it. So it's like this person gets tagged and then this person tags your partner. So they could be their sibling, your friend, this friend could be their friend, it could be they're part of a group, they could lead a group and your person's part of this group. It's like, it's very easy. You guys don't even have to think about it. This is just confirmation. So let me know if that manifests for you guys. If you'd like to come back to this video and let me know, I'd love to know. There's definitely a Beauty and the Beast vibe from this group. I keep focusing on these little red flowers. There's a sense of like, it just feels very, because Beauty and the Beast, the energy I get from it's very easy, it's very like feminine, it's very sensual and kind of this love romance, kind of a weird romance, but it's this sense of like she is doing all these things that are very unexpected. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. You are going to attract this person in. I'm feeling a lot of fear from this group. There's massive amounts of fear and I can almost like feel it in my hands. It's like really heavy. It's almost like someone just grabbed a load of rocks and just given them to me in both my hands. Like it feels, I can't almost hold it. So if you need to talk to somebody about this stuff you're going through, I would recommend it. Even if it's just one therapy session, you need to just kind of clear a lot of this weight, because even if you feel like you're repeating yourself, it is needed, because you need to clear out all this stuff that you're hearing and seeing and feeling, because it's like, you're not meant to do all this on your own. And I know therapy can be very expensive, which is why I'm suggesting like even just one session to just clear out your mind, whether it be even being a part of a group, meditating, something like that. There just needs to be one singular thing where you're just letting it all out. And I'm picking up you're talking to a person who's most likely a professional in that area. So what I see is I'm hearing a moving area. So I see a map and you're circular, you're circled here, and then I'm seeing your new life is over here. So you could be moving country. I don't see you're moving like abroad. I see at this moment from this reading, because energy can change, I see you are going to be moving from one place to another place physically. If you're not moving yet, it will, I feel, be in the future. And I see that you need to let go of your old life to manifest this person in. And what that looks like is healing from past trauma, recognizing how people have treated you, how you've been treated, how you feel, and also just recognizing why these people just keep coming into your life and why they have been. Like, what is it that you desire within these people that is kind of causing you to try and gain control of your life when you don't really need to do that? Everything's perfect just the way it is. A lot of you guys are craving chocolate. I saw like this scene from Harry Potter where this professor gives Harry some chocolate after going through like a traumatic event, basically. This is the third one, The Prisoner of Azkaban. I just see that. It's almost like you need to aid yourself in more chocolate. Chocolate's really good for your heart as well. That's why people drink cacao. Really good for opening the heart chakra. So that is just like perfect. I just felt that and I was like, yes, I agree. Okay, so some of you guys are going to get an unexpected package, an unexpected letter, and it's very, very, very good. So it could be a letter to move, it could be a letter to get a job, it could just be a parcel you've been waiting on. But I'm getting a lot of Harry Potter stuff. I'm seeing like letters shooting through a letterbox. So for some reason this is just really great. It could be a check in the mail, it could be a tax return, I don't know, something like that, like money coming back to you. It could be something like that. Okay, so let's get you a little bit more indication. Oh, some of you guys are really connected to horses. I just saw a horse in this cup, like really strongly. Sorry guys, can you see that? That literally looks like a horse head. That's crazy. It's like some sort of animal, and it looks like he's got a little heart. That is so interesting. Some of you guys might meet a man who's really into horses, or a woman who's really into horses. I'm hearing just beware, they can be a bit obsessed about their horses. But if you like animals too, it's going to be quite good. What is that? That's definitely something significant. What is that? That is really strange. Okay, I see a horse just representing freedom for you. Horses represent freedom. They're about Sagittarius. So those two things are going to be significant for you. I see you like exiting the old life, like going out of the cup. Okay, so I'm definitely seeing a girl, definitely seeing the same gender person who you're going to meet as a friend. Oh, I see a tortoise as well. That's so cute. Can you see that? If it looks like a tortoise, that is just literally saying like you're going to be going pretty slowly at the moment. Slow and steady does win the race with this group, because you are manifesting a crap ton, and you can't just manifest it all in one go, because you would just be flat on your back, just being like, I can't cope. So I'm picking up you could manifest a friend from Australia or America as well. Let's see what else. Seeing the Greek islands as well. Bring us up to the camera a little bit more. Okay, see if there's anything else. There's a little dog I can see. You guys are really into animals. Animal signs are really a big, strong message for you guys. Okay, let's have a look at this relationship. What's going on? Let's get a tarot card, and we're going to see. Tell me about this relationship, please. And then we're going to have a look at you and this person, and we're going to see how you guys are coming together, coming to be. Let's put this down a bit. Okay. You guys are really worried. Really, really worried. There we go. What are you worried about? Stop worrying. What are you worried about? You haven't got anything to worry about. Lovely. So there's something near water for this group. You're no longer hanging on. Relationships that cause you to literally like hang on to the person, they're not good for you. Like, they're just making you feel more anxious. They're putting you in a state of your nervous system which you used to be in when you were younger, which is kind of annoying, but it's true. Okay, so some of you guys could be studying botany as well, I'm seeing. All right, let's have a look. So your person loves travel, so they could like driving as well. I'm seeing some of you guys could attract a truck driver. Okay, group number 2. So I just had someone come to the door. So I did say about a package or something. So there's definitely something to do with doors and parcels and packages for this group. Okay, so let's see what else we got in this cut. I feel like there's a couple other messages that I want to see. So let's see if there's anything else. Let's have a look. There's definitely animals like majorly in this group, so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys want to farm, if you want to work with animals, say a zoo, a park, something like that. There's a massive connection with animals, and one of you is definitely a therapist of some kind, if not both of you. And you're both, if you're in like the holistic community, like the spiritual community, I wouldn't be surprised if your person is as well. You're both very, very, very similar. Oh, I'm getting a really good message. I'm hearing when it comes to being a child versus like when you grow older and you grow up, you kind of get molded when you are younger. You get molded to be like, you know, you are told to do certain things, you're told to be a certain way, act a certain way, say certain things. It's just, you know, you basically get molded to be your parents, right? So as you grow older, relationships can get really difficult because you manifest people who are a lot like your parents, and then they just trigger the crap out of you. So what I see is you at this moment are learning to not even remold yourself, but let's just say that, and my legs are tingling as I'm saying this, so that's great. There's a really exciting energy around like remolding yourself to be just literally what you want to be, who you want to be, how you want to act. Like, you are not here to be your parents, you're not here to do what they say. Like, you are here to live your life. Your parents were here to bring you up, bring you into the world and teach you to be, you know, whatever, like be a decent human. But it's not your role to be like them, to be there for them. That is a choice, you know. So I feel for a lot of you guys that you're becoming your own person, and a lot of people say this, but from what I'm getting is you are now giving yourself permission and access to the life that is yours. So this can be so many different things. Like, your house is going to look a lot different to theirs, your lifestyle is going to be different, and your job's different. You may look nothing like your parents in the next few years, especially if you're growing up from like your early 20s to like 30s. Your hairstyle will change. You're not going to look like your family, and I think this is a really, really good thing, because you're becoming so much happier, and the sense of freedom's coming through really strongly from this group. I'm hearing when you access, my arms and my legs are tingling like no tomorrow. When you access this freedom, you are going to be so happy. I'm trying not to swear in this video. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be incredibly happy, and you're going to realize like, oh, I really was in a cage. Like, I really was in a cage, and it was not good. Because a lot of the times we end up being like that because it's hard to get out of it, because we think, oh, that's normal, but it's not normal. So what I see is they're telling me to give you months of when you possibly can meet this person this year. They're saying for some of you guys it will be this year if you can meet this person. If it's in the cards for you, if you're ready, yes, you will be in a relationship with this person. It's gonna be kind of a mystery, but it's gonna be a very easy mystery. It's like everything is just gonna slot into place. Your person could have quite a strong accent. I'm picking up on Australian, American and English. I'm not really seeing any other accents at this point, but I do for this person being, any skin colour, hair colour mainly, I feel black and brown, not a lot of blondes in this group, but the skin colour could be literally any skin colour. I'm not too sure on the skin colour specifically, but you're definitely attracted to this person, so whatever they look like, you're going to be like, damn, okay, yes please. I'm getting a pond in my head, so one of you guys could have a pond in your back garden. There's also this person likes to have their own food, like they like to hunt for their own food. So some of you guys, this person might like fishing, like even like spear fishing. Some of you guys might try that. We just burped, so that's clarification. This person loves water. They love standing in water and like just being with whatever the water is, whether waves or, you know, a river. This person, they kind of have a fear of alligators though. So this person could definitely have had a bad experience with alligators, or like a pond life. It's like a fear of an animal they don't really like, and they're specifically telling you, and it's kind of making you laugh. Yeah, it's quite sweet. Okay, so October is a really good month for this group. January's perfect, I feel. And springtime, so March and April, specifically October singularly, January singularly, and then you got March and April together. This could be one of you guys' birthday months, and I am picking up this group is very fixed, like I'm getting fixed immutables, so like specifically Pisces, and what was the other one I was picking up on? Pisces, no, I'm not too sure. Fixed signs definitely, so Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, 100% for this group. You guys are going to manifest that, or you are that. I keep seeing Gemini, and it's like I can't decide whether Gemini is going to be in this group or not, but I'm just going to say Pisces and then fixed signs. That's this group. I'm also hearing your Nana is with you, your grandma is with you. So if you have had a grandparent pass within the last, like, I don't know, 2 years, 4 years, this person is 100% with you. Like, whoa. Massive confirmation that obviously they're in the spirit realm right now, and they're very similar to you, and they love you, and they want to say that they love you, and they have a strong connection to you if they're in the spirit world. Even if they're not in the spirit world, even if they're on the earth plane, they're just telling me they're like pulling my shirt and they're saying like, I love you. It's so cute. So sweet. One of you's definitely got a really cute grandparent, like whether on the earth plane or not. I mean, it feels like one of you, whether you or your partner, has a really cute grandma. Yeah, I can pick it up on females, not so much men, like granddads and things like that. Okay, so one thing I'm picking up is a massive like release of emotional dependency. Like a lot of you guys are just clearing the way to meet some just really nice humans. Like these people are really sweet, and you are not meant to be caged up. I'm sorry, but you're not. Like, I know it's what you're used to, but you're not meant to be caged up. And I'm going to keep saying that because it's almost like I've got to pull you out of this cage that you're in, whether it be like mentally or physically, like wherever you are, you just got to get out, and you will get out, whether you're out of it or not. Like, you're literally being pulled out because a lot of your relationships you've been in, whether friendships or family or, you know, relationships, love relationships, they felt like you're in a cage. Like they're just very intense and raw and stressful, and there's no sense of like pure unconditional energy. It's just like, oh, you're this, you're that, pick, poke. It's like all the things. So you don't know any different. So that's why life has just felt very, very difficult, because it's kind of like you've just been smothered in a load of rubbish, and you're like, okay, when is the good stuff coming? Like, hurry up. It is coming. It's definitely coming. It's just really slow. It's just really, really slow. All right, so we're gonna have a look and see how you're gonna meet your person in this group. Actually, I do want to see the connection between like both of you. So let's do that first, and then we'll see the relationship a little bit more in detail. Let's see, pull you out enough. Sorry guys, if this cards are so close to the screen. I'm trying to pull you out a little bit, but I can't anymore. One of you guys is moving or is from a place beginning with C. So I'm like Canada, Croatia, where else? I can't think of anywhere else. Croatia, Canada, Cornwall, I don't know, Cork, C-O-R-K. I think that's in England, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, hello. Okay, so there's a massive message. You got to get, okay, I hate this word, but you got to get yourself out more. Like, I hate saying that, it makes me cringe. But you know, like you're kind of used to being small and not really expressing yourself. Like, say, you know, you're a small business and you want to just like, you want more customers, you want more clients, you want people to see, you know, your name. I want you to like kind of like offer your services to like small shops or like something like that. There's a sense of like networking, navigating yourself. So if you are to move, like find out areas that you can just, you know, plop your contacts in, and there will be like a massive haul of people coming towards you. That one of these people could be your person, okay? Because this person is also doing the same. Oh my God, that is so nice. This group has got much nicer cards. I'm sorry, group number one, but you guys have got such like an easier energy. I think group number one is going through some stuff, but you know, it's just a different energy. It's not better than better than each other. Oh my God, there's so many aces in this group. It's insane. We've got Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. This is also your side too. So can you see like how the connection is extending over to their side? This is your side, this is their side. Can you see how like we could have put this here, but it was here. So your career is going to literally bring you to this person. So don't be afraid to show people what you're really good at, your skills. Even if it's just even applying for a job, you're just going to be really good at it, and your person's going to be like, ooh, like this person's personality is really nice and I like them. Really funny. Oh, this person's so fiery. Really, really fiery. Oh, so cute. Your children are going to be so cute. It's like if you're going to have children, if it's in the cards for you, oh, your children are going to be so sweet and cute. Really, really nice. Okay. So the main message right now is to just be very, very patient with your journey. It's not looking like you're used to. Okay, I will say that. There's a lot of stuff happening in your life and you're like, really? Really? Like, there's no way of explaining why this is happening in your life right now, but it has to be kind of jumbled up to get back together again. It's kind of like a puzzle, just kind of being tipped over on the table, and it's like, yeah, fill it. What's the word? Just literally, my brain just went numb. Wow, I actually can't think of the word. Figure it out. Oh wow, okay. Figure it out. That's basically what the universe is like doing. Haha, see? Just wait a little bit more, your person's right there. Boom. So this group feels like you've been waiting a very, very long time. If you haven't been waiting a long time, it feels like it, okay? Because maybe you've been in a lot of connections where you couldn't leave because, you know, it wasn't safe to, or, you know, things like that. And it was a very long relationship, you were very unhappy. So it could be something like that. But whatever you're doing, you keep doing it. Like, you're doing so well. Oh, my throat just did something. Okay, sorry guys. All right. Ooh, I did say Sagittarius is going to be in this group. Hallelujah. Or was that group number 1? Okay, I don't know. But anyway, Sagittarius is in this group. So your person is going to be a fire sign, possibly, or a fixed sign. Lovely. Oh, your person is so bright. Their energy is lovely. Like, this is like a different type of human. Like, you've never met anyone like this before. Do you know what? They're saying your environment determines who you are. So if you're in an environment that is polluted, that's congested, that's crappy, you are going to feel like that. Like, you are going to attract people who are also like that. If you're in a place then that's more earthy, more naturey, has less pollution, less people, there's going to be nicer people, because your environment really affects who you are. So if the type of person you want to meet is more gentle, more nature-based, go to that type of area, because I can guarantee you that it's probably going to be there. And this person's ready for long-term commitment. This is not a fling at all. You can't even make it a fling, because this person won't allow it. Like, they will not touch you if they know that you're not committed, which is very attractive. I love that. I love that energy. And then we have the 3rd house. So the communication is going to be really simple. It's not going to be like, they're not going to come up to you and be like, oh, you're so attractive. They're going to be a friend first, because that's just how they are. And I feel as if, yeah, it's going to be super easy. It's not going to be a certain way, a certain level of how you're going to meet them. It's not going to be super specific. It's more about the environment. And I'm going to say you're not going to meet this person any less than 3 months. I actually feel 3 months could be very good for you. If not, the months that I said, like October, January, and March to April, oof, those are really, really good months. And I'm also hearing like you're not going to be left on your own. Like, I know a lot of your life has been very lonely, kind of, but very, very isolated. It's felt like you haven't had that connection that's just felt very grounding. This person is very grounding. I can pretty much guarantee you will feel very safe with this person. And for my women, safety is top priority, okay? You will feel safe. And for my men, you will be very, very appreciated. You will feel like a king. And for my women, a queen. Like, it's gonna just validate you. Like, it's gonna really validate a lot of the stuff that just hasn't validated you. It's like, you're not gonna feel like there's a massive empty space within your heart anymore, which is really sweet. So you're obviously working on that now, because this person's not gonna like save your life. They're not gonna be like, oh, you're my person and you're gonna change my life. It's like, no, this person just has a beautiful influence. So being around this positive person is just gonna make you feel open and ready to try new things. And this person is a massive traveler. They love traveling. They don't find it difficult at all. If anything, it's part of their purpose to travel. This person may travel for their job. And do you know what, if they do, wouldn't that be so exciting? Because that means that you get to come along with them to wherever they're going. So free holidays, yes please, love that. Okay, so let's get you a couple more cards. Let's see what else we've got going on. Have a little look about this person a bit more. See the situation. Okay, show me the environment as to how they're going to meet, and then we'll have a look at your person a bit more. All right, so you're going to feel very safe when you meet this person. You will be very comfortable, which is why it's so easy for them to approach you. Like, your energy will be inviting. Lovely. So you're going to be in a creative space. It could be anywhere from a coffee shop to an art studio, museum maybe. You might even be looking at the same painting and like fall in love over it. I don't know, something like that. Okay, and then we have desert. So there's sand around you guys. There's not a lot of nature. There's more sand and kind of just buildings. There is nature around, but it's not exactly where you are. There will be like a desert or a beach or something like that near you, and they will look over to you. So you're gonna see them looking at you, and you're like, oh my god, like putting your like hair behind your ear, like, oh my god, attention. you're gonna be really happy about this. It's gonna be like, oh my god, it's happening. Like, no, you won't be like that, but you will be very happy that this person is looking at you. Okay, so someone may be jealous. Someone may know you, and they're gonna be like, why is that not me? They're gonna be a little bit jealous. So it could be somebody in your life, and they're like, oh, I want to have that. Okay, so you see we have balance, we have sacrifice. This is coming from this. There's some sort of jealous energy that has made you feel like you've had to sacrifice, and no more of that. Definitely a lot of Leo energy from this group. I'm getting a lot of creativity, very young, full of life kind of energy. And even if you guys are in your like 60s, 70s, and you kind of keep meeting people that aren't really full of life, this person, very full of life. Like, this isn't just for those of you in your like 20s. This reading is of course for everyone, so I just want to confirm that. This person's got a beautiful chest. Doesn't really matter about the gender, but there's something about the chest area. So it could be their like cleavage is out. It could be their, I always call it the décolletage, like the bones are out. That sounds really creepy. The bones are out. The male chest, it's going to be showing through the shirt a little bit. But for the woman, I feel she's got more of like a petite chest, so I don't feel like there's anything projecting out, if that makes sense. Can't really tell you what I'm talking about, but basically the waist is quite small. Okay, that's for the women. Whether the chest be larger, the waist just feels like it's cinching in. And I'm seeing one of you could be wearing red. Okay, so maroon, burgundy, red, wine red, doesn't matter. It's a deep or a cherry red. So one of you's most likely wearing that. Could be a dress, it could be a shirt. So yeah, that's basically your sign. That's pretty much as I can go into detail. So let's now have a look at your person and see what they want to say. Ooh, lovely. That's a really good start. They are very cute, very friendly. Ooh. Oh, yep, to, what did I say? Committed relationship right out the bat. And do you know what's really nice is they're going to help you with your fears of intimacy. A lot of you guys have a fear of just coming close to somebody because maybe you've come close to people and they've basically treated you like a bit rubbish, and that's not going to happen. So we have simple, effortless, small gestures and cute. That's really nice. That's really sweet. I love that. Flowers are going to be really big for you guys, like really ditzy little flowers. They're going to be like a sign for, like, it might be drawn on the side of a building, it could be on a pattern somewhere. Ditzy little flowers, really, really good. So you've definitely dealt with some jealous people. They have, they kind of made you feel guilty for wanting to do something or something like that, and that's not going to happen anymore at all. Your person's very artistic. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of boats near both of you. One of you could own a boat. Okay, so this person likes groups. They like to command a group. Okay, lovely. I love this. So this person will take charge. So if you're kind of sick of doing everything yourself, this is great. This person will take charge. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you what I'm seeing. I'm not going to talk about it because I can't. But this is the sort of stuff I'm talking about. Like, it's going to be, like, I'm like, right, you sit down, I'll do that. And it's in a very physical way. It's not just like, you know, putting groceries away. It's not like, you know, sweeping up. They are literally doing the thing, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, no. Okay, so let's get a little bit more. I kind of want to see what job this person does, but I'm not too sure. If anything, they work either in a group or in health, something like that. Okay, so these are just random cards just to see about the relationship. Anything else? Haha, signs. Your past loved ones are never far from you. Notice the signs they send to you. So if you're going through some really big stuff, that's just going to be a massive sign. Oh my God, so cute. Oh, that's really nice. Soulmates. Soulmates are important. People who teach you life lessons. They could be friends, lovers, or family members. I love that in a card because I really feel that. Like, soulmates, they're not just romantic. Like, your community, the people around you represent you. So if you're around people who, you know, aren't treating you well, that is a sign there's something within you that makes you feel like that's what you deserve. So that's basically what is going on. Okay, so we have time. It says that the universe is helping you look for synchronistic events around you. So there is going to be a lot of things changing, and it's going to feel kind of like your head is spinning, but it is really, really good. Very, very good. And I'm seeing a man, specifically, this is some of you, I'm seeing a white male, brown hair, green eyes. Okay, if that's some of you. And if you guys want a woman, the main woman that kind of pops up for me is a long black haired woman. So that could be for you guys. The woman in the relationship, if there is a woman in this relationship, I feel like the woman has really sharp eyes, like really deep eyes. So it could be like a Scorpio, and then that's it. It looks like a Scorpio or a Taurus, because this person's got like really deep eyes. Like, you can't, if you've got intimacy phobias, you might be scared to look this person in the eyes, because it's like, whoa, they don't hide anything at all. Okay, so last cards, let's get you a couple more. This is really random, but I'm seeing you guys bringing a sandwich to work. Like, you know, this kind of typical like thing about builders, where they like bring a little packed lunch with them and sit on like the top of like a building, hanging over, like seeing like the world go by. I just burped as clarification. I just see one of you guys like doing that. I don't know how that makes sense for you guys. Maybe some of you guys have brought a little packed lunch to you for somewhere, but I'm not sure what that is. Just take that as it resonates. Okay. So there's definitely a lot of uncomfortable stuff going on for you guys. It's not easy, I can see that. But I feel like you don't have to worry about the next phase. If anything, just meditate as much as possible, and just kind of become more closer to how you're feeling, even if it's overwhelming. There's a need for you to just kind of come closer to what you're feeling, even though it's really scary. There's a major growth, transformation, expansion, the sense of coming. Okay, so you're probably going to get reoccurring physical symptoms, and I'm not a doctor, so just, you know, if you need to go to the doctors, please do. But there may be reoccurring physical symptoms, emotional symptoms coming up from even like 10, 20 years ago. This is just confirmation. It has to happen because you've got to clear whatever is stuck. Because if it's really deeply ingrained within you, and this is stuff from childhood, it's got to go. So unfortunately, that stuff has to happen. So if you're able to really move through it as you know, as well as you can, as you know, easy as you can, then I think after that you're going to be meeting some new people, and it's going to be pretty nice. And a rebirth, which is really good. There's a manifestation of a rebirth, and it's going to be really good. I want to see. There's got to be one more in here. This is so you based. Completion. Oh, love it. Oh, this is nice. Joy and receiving her joy to the world. Okay, so that is your reading, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to check out my reading rates, all the information is down below. Have a great day. Feel free to comment and like if you feel drawn to do that. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. What I'm seeing is you are overcoming some really deep stuff. I think a lot of you guys are I'm seeing like overcoming mountains of stress. A lot of you guys could be pregnant at the moment. You could be having babies. It could be a pregnancy that was not planned as well. I'm seeing a guy letter beginning with B, so it could be somebody in your life beginning with B. But there's definitely this like oppressive energy. It's kind of like pushing you down. So I feel as if you are coming away from that. I also see you kind of having a conversation with somebody to kind of just kind of like lift away this stress. You might have to have like a deep conversation with somebody, a kind of uncomfortable one, to get to your next phase of your life. Okay, so in love for you, you kind of felt like you always have to chase it. You kind of always have to force yourself to basically just be with these people, and you're letting go of these very unemotional people. Mermaids are a really big omen. I'm seeing like a little mermaid in the corner, like here. I don't know if you guys can see that. But mythical creatures are going to come up for you guys a lot. A lot of you guys really like fantasy, like Star Wars and The Hobbit, things like that, The Lord of the Rings. So I'm also seeing for you guys, it could be about 2 to 3 years before you meet someone. It doesn't have to be, but I'm seeing 2 to 3. So it could be, it could be in 2023 when I'm uploading this video, but it could also just be, it could be 2 to 3 years. That's what I'm feeling for a lot of you guys. There's a sense of like really learning to be with your emotions, whether as hard as they are, as difficult as they are. Really releasing that burden on yourself and just getting comfortable. I'm also seeing that you keep attracting the same type of person, so there's definitely a like an undoing that needs to kind of happen, and unraveling. And I'm hearing, which even though it's hard to say, it's you got to realize where your part is in these relationships that you have as well. If anyone is making you feel negative, stressed out, just pull away, have a break, because you tend to try and fix the situation quite in a mental way. And I just feel like you need to kind of pull away and then come back if you need to. Like, don't be afraid to just give yourself space. Like, you're not always here to fix things. You're not the fixer, even though it feels like it sometimes. So the next person I see you being with is someone who's quite tall, especially if they are a male. I see them being quite tall. If they're a woman, they could be also quite tall. I feel like this person has a DIY business, could have a DIY business, could have a crafting business. Whatever they're doing, they're using their hands a lot. So whether they do pottery, building, they could be in a DIY trade. They could be a tradesman or a tradeswoman. I just see this person being quite masculine. Oh my God, there's a feather floating down. That's so funny. I'm looking out the window, there's literally a white feather floating around. Okay, well that's for you guys. I love when feathers come up, because like, where did that come from? That I have no idea. So it literally just floated into the garden. That's really bizarre. So that's for you. So look out for white feathers. That's a big omen, and you might be seeing them around as well. That might be a good sign for you. It could be a symbol from a parent that's passed on as well. So I'm sorry if you guys have had that, but that is a symbol from a parent that has passed on specifically. Okay. So I also see, I'm not repeating my parents' patterns. So that's a really big thing that you're working on. And you could have gone through quite an intense health journey. I see that you are splitting away from really negative people, and this person you want to bring in is definitely mature. I keep getting that. They feel like an Aries, Leo, Libra or Virgo. There's somebody who they do tend to hide their emotions quite a lot. So for you with these sort of situations, you both either want to be balanced, or you both will trigger each other like a lot. You can still trigger each other if you're balanced, of course, but one of you is going to be the one that pulls away a little bit more. And you don't want to pick up the pieces. If you're with somebody who pulls away a lot, you don't want to be with someone like that, because it's not your job to open them up. It's their job to want to open up. So if you've been around people who just aren't giving a crap, then they're not the right people for you. Okay, there's definitely a sense of like overcoming health issues, becoming more mature. And what I mean by mature is it's like, as you grow older, you are really learning a lot. Like, you're actually listening to your body, you're listening to your happiness levels basically, and you're doing a job that you enjoy. You are It's an overtime thing. So you might be applying for a new job, looking for jobs, you could be looking for a new home, you could be really just looking for a partner as well who matches your needs as well. So if you are able to overcome this, I feel that for a lot of you guys it's a fear of the unknown and a fear of intimacy. That could be pretty much the same thing. Once that is even looked at, I do see somebody appearing pretty quickly, so it could even be within a year, okay, if that is looked at. Okay, so this is for the optimal well-being. This is Kambala Jasper. I love Jaspers. They're really good for transformational times. This deeply grounding stone harmonizes with the cycles of the natural world. It takes you back to your roots and reconnects you to the energy of Mother Earth and your purpose in incarnating. Kambala Jasper resonates with the oldest part of your brainstem and the autonomic processes. It also supports the digestive system, detoxification, and the assimilation of vitamins and minerals. Also removes karmic blockages and programs, which is exactly what I was picking up on. And the fact that it's green, it's very grounding. There's a lot of ancestral stuff that's been really coming up for you. And yeah, it's a lot. It will pass. I promise you it will pass. It'll just get lighter. It'll be different as well. The next person who you're going to bring in, who is a long-term relationship, they will represent this new you, which is really nice. And one of you is going to have a dog, like a small dog. It could be one of you has a small dog, one of you has a large dog. I do feel that. You are going to bond over having dogs. Like that's kind of your favourite thing, is your pet. So you're going to bond over that, I think. And you might even meet at like a pet kind of group, or I don't know what people do with their pets. I don't have one. So maybe you meet at a park. I don't know. But it could be even like doggy daycare or something. But there's like you guys, this animal is kind of your world. So, and I think if you don't have an animal yet, I do see you having one. So it's going to be a nice little surprise, whether it be a cat or a dog. It's one of the two. And if it is a dog, I just see them kind of walking over to you. You kind of meet them like as a stray. If they're a cat, I see you deliberately go into a shelter, or at least this cat is in a home already and they can't look after it. So it could even be this person advertises, a cat that needs a home. If you are looking for an animal, I would say you're going to know when it's the right time. If not, they're just going to appear because they need to be with you in your life. I just see also you're very good with children and dogs. And if you want to have a hobby or a job connected to children or animals, I would say, yeah, go for it, because you need to have this like lighter energy around you, whether that be younger humans or whether that be animals. They lift your spirits, so that could be really good for you as well. Okay, so what I am seeing is I'm seeing you going back to your roots, and what this looks like is you could be going back to your home country and having kind of a spiritual experience, and then meeting a person after that, because there's a sense of like you need to ground some sort of belief in you. Part of you just doesn't believe that you're good enough around something. I don't know what it is specifically, but do you know what I think it is? I think it's about receiving. I think a lot of you guys haven't received a lot in your life. Like you haven't been given the needs that, like you haven't been given what you've been needing. So that's why you have attracted a lot of people who are very empty feeling. These people will ghost you, will harm you, and they can't deal with intimacy, they can't deal with closeness. And if you want that close connection, you're ready for it, I genuinely feel you're going to know, like when this person arrives. No, it's not going to be on a dating site. They're saying stop going on dating sites, just stop it. Because maybe one of your friends is on a dating site and they met someone and you're like, oh my god, I could do that. Okay, no girl, no, like don't do it. They're just saying don't, because you're just going to meet all these people who are just really not good for you. And yes, you're going to meet loads of people, but I don't see somebody who's just a solid number one person. You could have friends, but honestly they're just going to end up being like, friends with benefits, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so unless that's something you want, but for this reading I'm kind of drawing in like a long-term relationship. Okay, so each to their own. Okay. So your person's kind of a mystery. They don't like to be on social media. They are somebody who, pretty much, they kind of like to be off grid, if anything. They don't really even like having a phone. So how you're going to meet is most likely going to be in person somehow. They don't like having like an online presence like at all. That's not the sort of person they are. They like to keep it very, very simple. They love being near the earth. They love like gardening or something to do with the ground. They could be an archaeologist. They could be, literally anything. I'm picking up on like a farmer. It could be specifically a farmer for a particular brand, like, I don't know, like a food brand or something. But there's a lot of grounded stuff here, and I don't even think you're even interested in that right now. So by the time you're ready for this type of relationship, it will be that type of person you're going to be interested in. You're like, oh, I want a farmer or something. I want a man who's a farmer, or a woman who's an archaeologist, you know. So you're both going to have the same interests. You or this person is very interested in Egypt. I can feel that really strongly. Like I can see one, and my legs are tingling. One of you is going to, I don't know, I've never been to Egypt, but I'm going to say the pyramids, or like a ruins, and you're like putting your hands on the ruins, and you're like, oh my God, I can feel I used to be here. Like, this is really, wow. I can feel a strong connection there. So one of you it's gonna be part of your journey, and I think you're gonna express that to this person. Your person's not super spiritual, but they are open to it. So if you're very spiritual, they could kind of open up more towards it. Your person isn't very religious either. They're very kind of just neutral. I think they do believe in God or the universe. They definitely believe in a higher power, but I don't think there's anything specific. This person's just very, very neutral. They're very they're very human. Like, they're not really somebody who's airy fairy, and you know, I'm gonna say they're Leo or a Taurus. Like, there's somebody who doesn't fuck around. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles. This is you kind of getting over some stuff right now. So we're going to look at your side and then their side, and we'll see what's going on. So you're dealing with a lot of pain. There's a lot of things that you don't want to look at right now. Totally fine. If it feels overwhelming, then that's okay. It's okay for it to be like that sometimes. We're not meant to transform all day, every day, otherwise we just explode. But what I see is you're definitely having money struggles or financial stuff going on. I'm seeing somebody might even start living with you, maybe a family member, because they might be having money struggles. I need to burp. That's clarification. And I see this being resolved. If anything, just be as patient as you can with it. Your journey to your person is a little bit like, there's a lot of details there that I can't fully go into because it's just too complicated, but there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen before the meeting occurs, because you are learning a lot about yourself and your need to receive. You might be struggling with money because of your fear of receiving, maybe lack of worthiness, I'm not sure. But look at that, we have the Two of Cups. That is yummy. Is this on this side? This side. Okay, so if anything, this person is part of this journey. You have to kind of go through a little bit of like financial poverty. So I'm sorry if that's what you have to go through, but you do, because you're realizing like, oh, I am capable of attracting all this money, and I am capable of getting a job, even if it's 2 jobs. Unfortunately, that is society. I'm not going to talk about it. I will rant, but you may have to just kind of be very creative, cough cough, about the money situation. I think some of you guys, you might get quite inventive about your home. Maybe you get someone to rent, and your person who's like a lodger in your house could have a really hot person as a friend, and you're like, oh, that's a really attractive friend, would you want to be my boyfriend, you know, or my girlfriend, or something like that. So like I say, very, very like lots of little bits going on here. All right, so this is your person's side. Can you see how you're both really similar? You're both literally going through this phase of, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, I'm scared, I'm sick of this, blah blah blah. A lot of stuff going on. Like, you both are just really tired, really tired, which I get. I can agree with that. And then we have the Page of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the, oh, look at that, guys. You guys are literally exactly the same. Like, this is pretty much the same story in a different way. I wouldn't be surprised if you're both in the same country, just on opposite ends of the country, because it's like you're living out the same story, pretty much. Okay, your person's dealing with a lot of home and family stuff. You're dealing with a lot of financial stuff. And this person needs to, I'm getting like a neck pain. This person needs to move away from this family situation, because it's like engulfing them in trauma, and it's just it's really, they're very unhappy and it needs to shift. So what I see is they need to leave a situation to get to you, that they can't stay in this because it will cause them too much pain and you too much pain. You don't want their baggage. No, too much. So what I see is they could have a little bit of addictive tendencies. It's not going to overrule the relationship, but that's just how they cope, like we all do. And then they manifest some stability around the home. They move out, and then or even move home. Maybe they're having house troubles or something, and then they move on to clearer waters. I'm seeing, like, they could have lived in the middle of the country, and then they're going to the edge where there's water, and then you might live there, and then boom, hi, connection. Some of you guys really want a family, like biological family, so you want babies. If that's something you would like to have, I see it. Obviously not for all of you, because I can't predict for all of you, but if it's meant to be, I feel like that. I mean, you'll know. I think you'll know. I think a lot of you guys will pretty much know if you're meant to have the babies, because you'll feel it. You'll know. And a lot of people can have babies. I'm feeling they're saying like up to about 45, 46. I'm not a doctor, okay? Just please take it as it resonates, because I'm not a doctor. Like, please don't. Like, just use your own discernment, okay? All right, so let's see how you're going to meet. Tell me about this person. They're very attractive. They've got a very, very, very sensual nature. Like, you see them and you're like, damn. Like, you're like, where has this person been hiding? They feel like they've got everything together. Like, then they don't seem insecure. I mean, obviously everyone's insecure about something. This person doesn't even feel like it though. Like, if they're a man, really heavily in their masculine, which is very good. If they're a woman, I think in their feminine, because this person it feels like if you were gonna like try and knock this person over, they wouldn't even move. That's just kind of who they are. They're very, very solid, which is really good. So if you are going to have children with this person, then they're going to be a really good support system. And if not, they're still going to be a good support system. Okay, so they're not going to tell me how you're going to meet. So sorry guys, but from what I've already told you, I can confirm that that's what I feel. I don't think there's really anything else. A little bit of travel going on, but they're traveling to you. I don't see you moving anytime soon. What I see here is there's a lot of throat chakra stuff. So you could have dealt with thyroid issues. You could have dealt with throat issues. You may cough a lot, yawn a lot, I don't know, be sick a lot. I'm not too sure. Okay, but there's definitely like something stuck in the throat, and it's because of all the stuff you haven't been able to say, especially as a child. It's really just come up, and as I'm saying, I'm getting a bit nervous. So there's definitely like this fear of being loud, possibly even just like, I'm hearing shaking a room. So you know when you want to say something that you desperately want to say in front of a group and you just can't say it? That's what I'm feeling. It's like, you know a lot, you can see a lot, you're very observant, but you haven't been able to say it, and it's really hard for you. So if you are clearing this, you get this. That's basically how it is, because your person, I feel, has got Leo tendencies. So Leos are all about literally just everything on the table. They don't sugarcoat stuff. Leos are very much all or nothing people. So if you are kind of small in your energy, you're not going to, it's going to be very triggering to be around someone like that. Like, you're not going to be able to get past this feeling of being free and like being what's the word, just like being seen, because Leo's all about being seen. Leo is like this person on a stage ready for people to like witness them. That's what Leos are. And if they I'm gonna be really like sassy, if Leos are imbalanced, they can be pushy. Like, that's how much they need that attention. That is just who they are. So if you are somebody who struggle with attention, who struggle with being seen, being witnessed, this person will pretty much rip that out of you. So you gotta be ready for this. That is why you guys, it is gonna take a little bit of a while to meet this person. But the main thing they just want to say is just be really soft with what you're going through. Like, nurture yourself and just realize like every day can be different. Like, you don't have to have a set routine. Even if you have to go to work every day and you at a certain time, you know, don't be afraid to ask for like a day where you can just be at home and work from home and just change up your routine. Like, that's the Leo way. Like, Leos don't like to do stuff the same all the time. They can get very bored. So I think, I mean, I'm really encouraging that for you as well, because your person is just very creative, and I think you're more of the kind of practical, they're more of the creative. So him or her being in your life will have that impact on you, and they'll kind of open you up to being more creative, which is really nice. they'll kind of invite you to go to, I don't know, gatherings, parties, barbecues. I want to say clubs, but I'm not going to say that because I don't think it's anything like that. It's very kind of like neutral places. It's not like, you know, clubs where there's flashing lights and loads of really loud music. Like, I don't think that at all. If anything, this person hates that, but they do like gatherings and they're very outgoing. Okay, so like I say, career is going to be a really big focus. It's going to be the main thing that's going to push you towards this person. So if anything happens with money or career, just know it's meant to happen. You know, these things are there to get you on that path. It's kind of like, I'm seeing a screwdriver going into a screw and like tightening up. Like if you didn't get in there and tighten that up, that piece of furniture is going to fall apart. So like if you get in there and start fixing stuff up, like making those changes, everything just becomes a little bit more stable. So if you don't want to look for another job, if you're just like, nah, I don't want to, okay, stay in the job that you're already in, but just know that if you need to make any changes, then you have, you know, have permission for it. You know, I don't have to tell you that, but if you need to hear that, then that is for you. Like, you have permission to make these changes. Like, don't feel like there's not going to be another career for you, there's nothing that's going to change. Like, no, it is. It's just literally realizing like, oh, I can make changes. It's just a little bit scary. Okay, so last thing is your person probably has a Capricorn or Sagittarius Lilith. They are very, very, very psychic. They don't know that, but they can sense stuff. Like, they get deja vu a lot. Their dreams are very, I don't know what the word is, prolific. I don't like that word, but basically they dream stuff, it happens. That's the type of person this person is. They don't predict the future. They don't look into stuff. They don't have cards or anything like that. I mean, they could do if they wanted to, but they don't. Like, this person's very practical about their intuition, you know, like they're somebody who, if they need to say something to somebody, they'll go up to them and just be like, you know, a friend, maybe they see their friend in their dream, they're like, oh, you need to know this. Numbers occur a lot with this person. I wouldn't be surprised if they're in accounting or something, but numbers are really specific. Like, as I said, this person's like, they have got like a specific thing as to how they work, but like they're gonna show you like, oh, this happens to me on the daily, and you're like, oh, that's really cool, but they think it's just normal. It's kind of like some people can see auras and they just think it's a normal thing, and then you go up to them and you're like, how are you seeing that? Like, and other people can't see it. Like, they're very, very special. They're very, very like individual. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing. That's it. I hope that resonates for you guys, and I hope you have a lovely day. And if you'd like to check out my rates, all the information is down below. Please comment and like if you resonate. If you don't, that's totally fine. And I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.